Mark Del Palomar as chairperson, Ms. Angelina Joseph, vice chairperson, attending via Zoom, Attorney Diane Steffi Gilamon, regular member, and Mr. Eric Himakulangan, provisional member. On the part of the observer, we have Ms. Veronica Rivera from COA. Likewise, we have in attendance the head and members of the technical working group, head and members of the BAC Secretariat.
Thank you, President Perdoy. The chair declares that there's a quorum at HO-BAC-PGCS number 050/2020 comes to order. Madam Secretary, what is scheduled today?
We have 3 items in our agenda, Mr. Chair. Number 1 is the approval of minutes of the previous BAC meetings, HO-BAC-PGCS number 040-2020, 041-2020, and 042-2020, all dated 20 August 2020. Number 2 is the pre-procurement conference for the supply, delivery, and installation of mask fever scanner, repair and maintenance, waterproofing, painting of roofing, deck of PPA head office, supply and delivery of binoculars, supply delivery, this is cancelled, letter D is cancelled, supply and delivery of bus, procurement of maintenance services for 4 application systems. And number 3 in the agenda is the deliberation on the request for consideration of Contact Point Incorporated for the supply and delivery of body-worn cameras.
Thank you. As there are objections, as procedure for signing and agenda, the approval of the minutes of the last meeting. So, Attorney Solis, they didn't file a motion for refund. Dito sa court profile.
No, sir.
Have you declared failure, di ba?
Yes, we already declared it the meeting a failure,
Okay.
sir. In fact, we have prepared the resolution for the
Okay.
declaration. One, two, three. Oh. Oh.
May kaya yung back sa akin?
4,000 plus. Pero ko yun.
Meron kami rin sa akin.
Pinagkaniyan na namin kahapon.
Okay.
Sabi ko, sino interesado dito?
Wala. Okay lang. Basta pagbalik doble.
Doble na.
Ito na nanda sa interest. Sir, wala yung back doon.
Nawala ko hindi ba nung si Miss Carol na ano siya? Ay, nakashoot na ka.
Sabi ko,
Limiting tayo. 4,900 something, 4,960,
hindi ko alam yun.
Yung may binigay mo sa akin kanina, Mark.
Sige lang, okay lang.
Para sa akin yung plan. Ako rin, sabi ko, masyado kasi pagka napapaluwal talaga ako sa mga binibili mga furniture na.
Ako din.
O, di ba?
Kasi ang tagal, yung honest to speak, alam kasi, more than one haba. So, hindi ko, kaya ako nakakasakang yung gym. So, ganun sabi ko, huwag ka masyado magpapalibalo mo
Testing.
Ano nangyari? Finish my group. Nasa baba.
Opo, idala niya yung DOR, hinahanap ko.
Ay mo sa HR.
Baka po pinupunta.
Yun ang nawawala kung galit siya. Hindi pa kasi ma-impose kasi hindi makita yung video.
Alin yung sa ano, yung sa
Ay,
ako.
Baka hindi men talagang
Ulit-ulit na overtime siya sabi, isa lang ang iyan namin, i-post namin, sabi nila. Actually, nagkakawat ng last test ko ng gamit. Kasi lilipat muna sila dyan sa football. Para makapag-masimulan namin yung iba.
Pero pwede sir, simula na.
O kasi ang gagawin ko dun sa ano, yung kasing glory sa right scaling, may admin yung sa atin lang gagawa. Bibili lang tayo ng materials. So nakalagay naman sa ADP yun. Small value lang kasi. Iba naman kasi siya doon sa furniture, so hindi naman split yun. Furniture ito, buwan bigay ito. Ang nakalagay naman sa title pati natin, supply, delivery, installation of systems, furniture. Ito, replacement ng floor, dinil tayo sa seal. So, unahin natin.
Nakita lang ako ng mga papel.
Ayan, for my alam na alam ko yung among case.
Hindi na ako sa akin.
Pero po.
Wala sa nang isa video.
Yan po. Yes, sir.
Wala si ano, si Ma'am Jo.
Joke, kung kami ang pula ng iba, Sharon.
Teka ka lang pinalitan ng laptop. Yung sinot nila laptop. Eh, MacBook. Kapalit ka sir.
Pero sir, pagka ito, i-issue natin din sa pangalan.
Sige.
Parang
Ikaw pa
meron
rin,
na kami.
speech meron ka na ba?
Parang kung meron na po kami.
Sige. Meron kasi sinuli yan si Pierre Jofford. MacBook. Eh, kung gano'n, ganyan, ganyan.
Parang
Sabi ng
hindi ko
mga
na po
papers.
tignan yung mga accessories sa bahay.
Hindi, sige, sabihin.
Yun na yung ginagamit.
Sabihan ko.
May pad sa'yo?
Naka-elevate yung, hindi, ano, yung parang si, natutupi siya. Yun yung naka-elevate.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
can I move for the approval of the minutes?
you may.
Okay. I move for the approval of minutes of the previous BAC meetings, HO-BAC-PGCS numbers 040, 041, and 042-2020, dated August 20, 2020.
It has been moved and seconded that after the previous BAC meeting, there is no good.
Mr. Chair.
There be none, then it's raised by PGCS number 040-2020, 041-2020, 042-2020, all held last August 20, 2020, are hereby approved as presented. Let's proceed to the next item on our agenda, the pre-procurement conference.
Ginawa ko na. Akala niyo ito, focus.
Siya magpe-present lahat. So parang sabi sa akin kanina umaga, sir, meron tayong 10 o'clock sa 1:30 mamaya. restrictions kasi halimbawa, you're having ka na may quarantine pa. Iba-iba yata.
Depende po sir kung consider ka as upper or SI. Kasi kung upper, minsan po, yung ibang region na require sila, other than mga IDs, medical certificates, negative swab, ayan na.
Sige, so yun lang. Kasi travel authority.
Ay, pero yung ano po, minsan naman hindi na. Ano ba yung
Kaya nga, depende siguro. At actually, malaking factor din yan.
Kaya marami pa rin po tayong continental na.
Okay. Let's proceed to the next item of our agenda, the procurement conference. We also acknowledge the presence of part of the show. Is the ASD ready to present?
Pang-alig siya.
Ayan na siya. Hi po.
Ay, po yan.
Sorry na rin yun. Ganito. Ayun, September 8. Alin po yung Masters ka.
Kasi actually, ano yan, kwadyo lang. Instead of, meron siya sa state of law.
Supply, delivery, and installation of 52 units, mass fiber screening system. This terms of reference provides the technical description and other terms and conditions for the supply, delivery, and installation of 52 units, mass fiber screening system for use of Philippine Ports Authority port management offices. The PTA aims to provide a total of 52 units mass fiber screening system for the PTA head office and port management offices. The daily number of passengers and personnel that pass these offices require a modern equipment that can screen people with elevated temperature or fever to prevent them from spreading diseases like COVID-19 to the general public. Because of its real-time measurement capability at a safe distance, freezing and pointing of thermal gun to a person is no longer required. Thus, it saves time and does not impede the flow of traffic. Scope of work, supply, delivery, and installation of 52 units, mass fiber screening system at the PTA head office, port management offices, and terminal management offices with passenger terminal buildings. So 2 units for head office, and 1 unit for each TMO, and 1 unit for TMO with passenger terminal building. The approved budget for the contract is 104 million pesos. Yes, I sense.
So 2 units, 1 unit for each TMO,
Yes, po.
and 1 unit for TMO with PTB.
Yes, po, sir.
Okay, so yeah, okay. So the North Head Office, Isa sa base port. All base ports yan.
Hindi sir, actually may listing kami, iba sir sa admin building.
Hindi sa base port.
Sa base port. Tapos dun sa operations building, mga ganun sir. Ano naman sila, nag-identify.
Okay, so basically, each PMO plus the head office, may tingkad dalawa.
Yes po. Yes sir.
Proceed.
These are the technical specifications. Frame rate, contrast, brightness. May picture din pala dito. Mga ganito yung picture. Dito na nasa. Isotherm color display, temperature trigger, federal tracking, zoning, masking, alarm, storage, recording output, USB connector, input voltage. And then these are the specs for the thermal camera, the color camera, console unit, thermal reference source, and the display, plus the mobile pedestal. The general requirements, bidder must submit the original brochure. Bidder must submit exclusive distributorship from the manufacturer. Certification from the manufacturer that the product being offered is already being used by major international airports or ports around the world. Bidder must have sold dual camera, color and thermal, mass fever scanner in the country, and must have completed a single contract similar to the contract to be bid, whose value must be at least equivalent to 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, a similar contract means contract for the procurement or supply and delivery of mass fever screening system or mass screening camera. Obligations and responsibilities. The contractor or supplier shall be able to submit an exclusive distributorship certificate from the manufacturer of the mass fever screening system. The specific brand or model unit being offered must be covered by a brochure or technical data sheet downloadable from the manufacturer's website. If the mass fever screening system is malfunctioning and inoperable despite the phone's supported troubleshooting, the winning bidder shall provide maintenance service to the site within 72 hours after notification at no cost to PPA. For the delivery, all 52 units of the mass fever screening system must be delivered within 120 calendar days at the PPA head office after receipt of the winning bidder of the notice to proceed. The supplier must provide a minimum of 4 hours training to PPA personnel for the use of the equipment. 1-year warranty for the mass fever screening system, and the maintenance services and replacement of parts for 1 year also at no cost to PPA. For the payment, 65% upon delivery and inspection at the PPA head office, 35% upon installation and acceptance as per deployment schedule. An inspection and acceptance report must usually be accomplished by the procuring entity for purposes of payment. Meron na.
Mr. Chair, question.
Yes.
Number one, yung cost niya, anong basis natin per unit?
Basis was the canvas made by the end user.
So, parang may comparison, sir, yung ano natin with the specs that we are requiring po.
Yes, so nag-base tayo dun sa canvas in order to arrive for the ABC for this project.
Tapos, Mr. Chair, with regard to the technical specs, inaano ko lang yung mga questions ng previous bidders natin with the same. This is not sort of like copy-pasting from a certain brand or kasi yun ang yan na. Since we are requiring exclusive distributorship, so other bidders, other manufacturer can bid based on these technical specs. So hindi ito yung isa lang siya na iisa lang talagang makakapag bid for this purpose.
Okay, so Milo, hindi to these specs do not conform to only one model considering we're requiring that the prospective bidder be an exclusive distributor of the brand which they are offering.
No, no, sir. No, sir.
No doubt, NG.
Yeah, so with the specs that we are requiring, there are many companies, perhaps in the Philippines, who can bid based on these specific specs.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes po.
Milo, sabi mo may picture, inaano ko lang, is this big enough? Meron na bang readily available location at the PMO, at the TMOs? Yun.
Ma'am, actually, nag-memo kami sa mga PMOs. Nagbigay sila sa amin ng mga location kung saan nila ilalagay. Mostly sa passenger terminal buildings naman ito, sa entrance. And sa admin office ng operations building sa baseport. Since dalawa mang for HTMO.
Tapos meron kasi itong display monitor. So, merong i-assign to operate this equipment. So, may target na ba from the PMO who will be assigned to implement or to operate the system?
Actually, Ma'am Angie, part din ito dun sa incoming procurement natin dun sa mga operators. We will be able to schedule them hopefully by next week. But just the same, for the deployment, kasi since the current procedure was yung mga security personnel na security guard, blue guards yung nag-ooperate ng ating mga thermal scanners. So, yun yung portable. So, ganun ngayon, meron kasi siyang screen that can be easily monitored by the security person. But just the same, once we deploy the operators, so magkakaroon ng assignment yung for that particular equipment.
Sir Eric, ano lang kasi yung minsan, yung issue lang, kunwari sa mga security guards, ganun, we've been procuring from time to time yung set of the security officers. So, magbabago-bago sila. The one we might be training now may no longer be around next time.
That's also one reason why we, number one, we will procure for the operator para, kasi it's like outsourced personnel na talagang dedicate sila for those type of monitoring. But just the same, considering na ito naman yung guidance from the top management so that all equipments deployed will be properly utilized. So yung sa training kasi, for example, ng Angie, ito kasi user-friendly naman siya. It's not that too technical to be able to operate. So, kung halimbawa, ang yung concern natin, minsan nagkakaroon ng reassignment, reposting yung mga blue guards na nagmo-monitor. So, they can easily, the part of their prior assignment na mag-turn over sila kung ano man yung duties na they are exercising while they are on that particular post.
Thank you, Sir Eric.
You know, one aspect regards training, one in all other projects as well. You coordinate with PBACI. So, makuha lahat ng mga material, if they can document the training para, because if there are changes, may capacity yung PBACI to train additional people in all other equipment as well.
It's a good suggestion, Mr. Chair. Kasi nga, considering that we will not be always reliant on the teams in deliverables, it's ganitong paano lang. Halimbawa, if some of our assigned personnel needs to be refreshed with that type of operation. So, preparing i-handle, that's a good suggestion, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Mark, if I may. Kasi di ba parang meron na rin tayo ngayon yung sa limitation of yung sa outsourcing. Medyo, di ba, nasa, ano yun? I think nasa budgeting guidelines. So, ito naman will not require additional.
Hindi ka repeat? Hindi ko masyado naintindihan.
If this would require additional outsourced personnel.
Well, based sa sinabi kanina, may aspect na pwedeng idagdag yan sa i-procure natin for the equipment. Pero sinabi, minention din, currently, this is being handled, the taking of temperature is being handled by security guard. So basically, pwede sila din mag-monitor kasi yung system, yung understanding ko sa system is correct. Once it's set up, you turn it on, masisilip mo sa monitoring temperature. Hindi siya kailangan na nakatutok mo eh. You don't have to do anything, you just have to monitor the temperature ng mga pumapasok as seen on the screen. So critical yung pag-set up, yung troubleshooting siguro ang importante dito kapag nag-loro system. Pero for monitoring people coming in, it's basically plug and play.
Okay, noted.
Pero sa airport, so nakatutok lang doon, makikita mo yung taong parating, may temperature. So basically, rather than isa-isang binaga na chine-check, kaya niya ng multiple people at one time.
Tsaka, Mr. Chair, if I may, ang isa lang din namang importante doon, yung part of the training is the translation of the let's say, kung ano yung equivalent or ano nung value nung mapula or meron dong numerical value kung ano ba yung gagawin. So yun lang naman yung mga basic informations that the operator must need to know.
May recorder to? Attorney Mark, may recorder siya? No. Nare-record sa system?
Yes, Ma'am Andy, kasi considering that meron siyang storage siya micro SD card. So, pwede rin gamitin sa contact tracing siguro yung yung itsura niya since meron siyang monitor.
Oh, yun yung point ko, Sir Eric, para, di ba, yung sa contact tracing aspect.
Sir, clarification lang po dun sa reckoning period ng warranty kasi nakalagay ng 1 year. Acceptance ba?
From acceptance.
Any other questions?
Attorney Mark, itong yung sa certification from the manufacturer that the product being offered is already being used by major international airports or talaga siya or ports around the world. In the end,
Proponent? Is it or is it a case where or also means and?
Or, sir.
Or.
Or po.
Malino naman yung ibig sabihin ng major international airport or port, di ba?
yun din, isa pa pala yun.
So, port of entry. Okay. So, kung i-clarify, yung major international airport or port means port of entry ng country.
Yes, it will be by sea or by land. Baliktad din.
Hindi, siguro mas maganda po i-identify niyo yung location ng deployment.
Anong deployment, sir? Sige po, ano namin, sir?
Layout.
Ilalagay namin dun sa deployment sa scope of service.
Okay. Para sa very beginning, pwede na i-notify yung mga PMO na dyan talaga nakalagay yan. So, kung biglang magbago yung isip nila, malinaw sinabi nila, dito nila ilalagay.
Actually, sir, may mga memo na po sila na sinabit sa amin kung saan ilalagay.
So, nakalagay yung mga PMO. So, parang yun, if ever there are changes, they have to explain. So, they're tied to that. Okay? Any other questions?
No further comments or questions, Mr. Chair. So, I will move.
Mr. Chair. Chair.
Yes, go. Yo.
Hello, Mr. Chair. Sorry. Nasa isang meeting din ako. Question ko lang, doon sa requirement nila na at least dual camera, yung requirement nila na color and thermal, na yung bidders should have solved at least dual camera. Anong document ang kailangan i-provide ng bidder? At bakit kailangan yung requirement na yon?
Ang kailangan po dun sa brochure na ipoprovide nila na unit, dun sa brochure na yun, at least dual camera. Tapos, dapat kung nakapagbenta na sila, meron silang certification or certificate of acceptance. Siguro lalagay na lang namin dito yung document na kailangan nilang i-submit para as proof, ma'am.
Ano yan? Nakapita ko ng isa o ganyan.
Walang number, walang amount. Kasi may
covered din ng
SLCC.
SLCC. Kailangan pa ba yan? May SLCC na.
Sir, yung bidder have sold dual camera daw.
may requirement ka na bidder must have sold dual camera color or mass paper scanner in the country. Eh, may SLCC.
Pwede siguro tanggalin.
Ano yung difference nun sa LCC? SLCC? Bali, dalawang requirement natin. They have sold.
Pwede tanggalin yung isa. Dahil may SLCC ka na.
Sige ma'am, i-delete na lang po namin yung must have sold dual camera. Okay na po yung sa SLCC.
Okay. Tapos, ano yung sample ng mass screening requirement nyo na at least 50%? Kasi, meron kayong identified? Ano yung mass screening?
Mass fever screening system or mass screening camera.
Oo. Kasi baka yung worry ko lang yung TWG na mag-evaluate niyan. How do they know na ito is considered as a mass screening siya? Mention bang TWG?
Ma'am, actually, pag sa SLCC kasi nagsasubmit sila ma'am, di ba, ng mga contract, ng notice of award. Dun sa contract nakalagay naman ma'am kung ano yung coverage ng kontrata nila. So kapag meron nakita kami na about dito sa mass screening system, na-identify naman din sa contract.
Ms. Milo, Mr. Chair, if I may. Hello?
Ma'am, excuse me. Siguro po, if I understood it correctly, ang tinatanong yata ni Ma'am Jo is yung paano natin masasabi siyang mass screening. So, ano ba yan? Yung, syempre, yung volume ng monitor niya, ganun ba? So, it can be found on the technical specification. So, ano yung capacity ng machine or ng equipment to monitor. Kasi, di ba, parang ang idea nga kasi nito is yung parang yung flow ng traffic, especially, tuloy-tuloy, hindi siya na-hamper ng one by one. So, makikita doon sa technical specification ng equipment na nire-require natin.
Sir, clarification po. Yung sa yung SLCC po, based dito sa POR, a similar contract means contract for the procurement, supply, and delivery of mass fever screening system. Pero meron kasi sir, isa pa na, or mass screening camera. So ano po ba yung mass screening? Parang yung body scanner po ba magka-qualify dito? Yung mga ganon.
Kasi sir, yung isa identified na sa mass fever talaga. So yun yung similar contract. Pero yung mass screening, ano yung i-screen niya? Aside from the fever, from the mass.
Siguro, yung kasi tulad nga yung halimbawa yung current, yung recent natin sa from yung body scanners. So, yung ang idea is yung multiple screening of traffic, parang gano'n.
So kunyari sir, meron siyang provide na kanyang SLCC na nag-supply siya ng body scanning machine ng qualified.
If I may, Mr. Chair, the way I understand it, mukhang dapat, di ba, end? Kasi yung mass fever screening system is different from the mass screening camera. Di ba, magkapatid dapat sila na you have that mass fever screening system together with the mass screening camera so that you will record those who are being screened for any fever. Tama ba?
Masyadong mas malaki, parang mabubroken yung yung requirement mo, Ma'am Angie. Kasi kung ito yung parang hindi lang natin inilimit sa mass fever, yung screening na machine na pwede pa rin na yung iba na pwede rin mag-screen. Say, halimbawa yung body scanner. papasok din siya sa category. So kung nakapag-supply siya ng body scanner, pasok na siya sa requirement ng SLCC. Kasi pag inilagay natin M, edi doble pa.
Di parang ano ko kasi yung isa ay talking about camera. Pero isa, yun yung talagang we would like to procure yung delivery of mass fever screening system.
So una, hindi natin i-limit na dapat mass fever screening system ang na-procure nila. Ina-allow nyo yung mass screening cameras na hindi particular for fever as SLTC. Kasi magkapatid yan.
Kasi mas ang idea kasi yung screening ng traffic.
Yung equipment na yun. So, kung kaya mo mag-deliver ng ganun, kaya mo din ma-comply ng requirement dito.
You may specifically for temperature or
For weapons, so, yung concept is yung screening that's under one umbrella. So, pwede kang, if you supply mass fever screening systems, may SLCC ka na gano'n, okay. Pero if you supply screening cameras for other purposes, that's acceptable. Angie?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I understand. It's just that baka malaki lang kasi yung difference ng mass fever screening system dun sa mass screening camera. Although, of course, if they can supply both, why not?
It put it under the umbrella na basta screening cameras, pwede na yun rather than particular lang sa mass fever screening cameras. Kasi baka naman wala gaano mag-supply na ganyan kadami dito sa Philippines. Eh, yung pwede lang pumasok siguro dito, yung provide sa airport.
Okay, noted.
Masyado limited siguro. And hindi naman ito highly sophisticated equipment na kailangan mo talagang expertise. Okay. Any other questions? Ano yung water pump? Bakit biglang may water pump to?
Nabago ko na.
Nalito ako biglang gumalaw. Ay, water pump.
Kaya ito, wala na sir.
Nag-1,000 daw yung water pump.
So corrected daw, wala ng water pump.
Corrected na sir.
Yan na yun.
Attorney Mark, may I?
Yes.
Oo. Tanong ko lang, meron kasi ditong exclusive distributorship tsaka authorized dealer. Ano ba talagang kailangan natin? Authorized dealer or exclusive distributorship? Anong difference nun?
Ano tanong mo?
Meron kasing exclusive distributorship na required tsaka authorized dealer. Meron sila dyan sa TOR.
Authorized dealer. Nakita ko yung exclusive distributorship, the general requirement, second requirement. Saan yung authorized dealer? Kasi kung exclusive distributorship ka, authorized dealer ka. Pero kung authorized dealer ka, hindi ibig sabihin exclusive distributor ka. Yung baka nasa iba yun.
Wait lang ha, hinahanap ko.
Nandun siya sa obligations and responsibilities. Item 6 of the TOR.
Hindi, exclusive distributorship certificate. Saan yung authorized dealer? Ano sa water pump? Nahanap ko yung authorized dealer sa bus. Yan, hanap ko.
Hindi ko mahanap. Baka naman ako ng saglit lang ha.
Then ano lang, wala siya, nasa item 6 siya, exclusive distributorship certificate lang.
Yun nga, hinahanap din yung authorized.
May authorized dealer akong nakita eh. Teka lang. Sa bus ba yun?
Sa bus. Dealer must be an authorized dealer, manufacturer, or sender of buses.
Yes. Sorry. Nalagay siya sa sa mass fever scanner ko. Sorry.
Okay, any other questions?
Attorney Mark, may service center ba tong requirement? May service center na requirement? Hindi natin kailangan? Service center?
Service center. Mario. Hindi ba kailangan ng service center to? Parang sa konting mga equipment na ganito, parang mahirap ka naman. May service center na ba? Hindi natin i-require na may authorized service center.
Attorney Mark, dun kasi sa item 6, nakalagay, the winning bidder shall provide maintenance service to the site within 72 hours. So, baka we're expecting na with that number of hours, there are nearby centers dahil sa PMO siya naka-install.
Hindi, actually sa akin, parang ang hirap naman na magkaroon ng service centers, hindi na ito common equipment. So parang nilagay lang nila dito, nire-require na puntahan nila within 72 hours.
Oh, yeah, tama yung research yan. So, as long as the winning bidder can provide this requirement, so qualified siya.
Critical thing notification, paano yun? Written notification. Kasi, okay, dito, may malfunctioning and inoperable despite the phone supported troubleshooting. So, kapag hindi maayos, is not noticed or dapat may sulat. Kasi syempre, nung nag-uusap tayo sa telepono, malalaman nila na hindi naayos.
Oh, so for purposes of record, so it will be proper if it will be accompanied by a written report and communication.
Written notification.
So that we can easily follow up or as per DOR nga, so kung nag-lapse yung 72 hours, so merong ano.
Any other questions?
Attorney Mark?
Yes, John.
Oo. Ilang tao ang KPAC ang nakaka-capture nito? Kasi mass screening eh. Or hindi ko na narinig kung na-discuss na kanina.
Tao sabay-sabay.
Apo, ilang tao ang sabay-sabay na pwede niya ma-capture?
As long as kasya dun sa monitor.
Wala, hindi naka-identify.
So basta kasi ang ano naman natin, understanding natin with this class, so more than 2. So ibig sabihin, as long as mako-cover siya nung monitor natin, so ano siya. Kasi I understand parang ano yan, may infrared yan na hindi mo nakikita. No? Kasi nakatutok lang siya, pero wide ano yan, wide angle siya.
So, i-offer nila dapat kaya multiple individual. Any other questions?
Attorney Mark, na-discuss na ba yung training, kung may training requirements?
Meron. 4 hours training to BPA personnel.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
No more questions, Attorney Mark. Can I move for the,
Okay. Pleasure to that.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the terms of reference, and this be considered for procurement based on the considering the comments presented.
The motion has been properly raised and seconded to any position by group. There being none, terms of reference for the supply, delivery, and installation of 62 units mass fever screening system is hereby approved, and the same proceed to procurement. So in our next part, we proceed the preparation of the signal and posting of the same. Let's proceed to the next project. Madam Aida.
Procurement of services for the repairs and maintenance, waterproofing, painting, or proofing at deck of CPA head office. This terms of reference provides the technical description and other terms and conditions for the procurement of services for the repairs and maintenance, waterproofing, painting, or proofing at deck of CPA head office. For the scope of work, this contract covers the surface preparation, coating materials, and application of coating systems required for the works on the GI roof, steel planks and supports, and concrete deck. The work shall consist of furnishing of all labor materials, equipment or tools, and other incidentals necessary for the supply of coating materials, and the complete application on surfaces in accordance with the specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 5 million pesos. So for surface preparation, number 1, inspection of the steel and concrete substrate to determine its general condition, soundness, presence of contaminants, presence of moisture, vapor emissions, and other preparatory works required prior to application. Removal of existing coating, dust, grimes, dirt, and other contaminants that would prevent effective adhesion on the surface to be applied. Cleaning of surfaces using power tools for proper adherence of new coating to be applied. Repair of cracks and joints. For the material specifications, for metal roofing and steel tank, we have the primer, the polyurethane, sealant for joints, seams, and tech screws. UV resistant heat refractive coating. For concrete deck, the primer, waterproofing membrane, practicable aliphatic polyurethane top coat. The project duration, the project shall cover a period of 45 calendar days from receipt of the winning bidder of the notice to proceed. License requirement. The contractor shall possess a TCAB registration, minimum of small b, specialty construction, waterproofing, and painting. Other requirements, the contractor must have completed a single contract similar to the contract to be bid whose value must be at least equivalent to 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, a similar contract means contract for the procurement of services for waterproofing systems. Full payment shall be made after full completion and acceptance by the end user. Warranty, the work shall be covered by a warranty of 5 years, which covers peeling off or blistering of the material due to poor workmanship. The contractor shall within 72 hours from notice replace or repair defective goods or parts thereof at no cost to TPA.
May brochure sila sa primer, sa sealant, sa ganyan. Okay na din.
Please, sir, i-include na lang po namin doon sa other requirements, ipapasubmit namin yung brochures for those items.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, Ashley.
Yung item 7, license requirement, we are requiring them small B specialty construction, waterproofing, and painting. However, with the other requirement, item 8, for the similar contract means procurement of services for waterproofing system only, no painting. So, wala bang ano yan?
Ikapit, covered it sa magkasama yung waterproofing and painting sa pickup. Isa hindi. Subcategory. So requirement yung subcategory, waterproofing and painting.
Yes, po.
Pero for PPC purposes, kailangan natin is waterproofing. Kasi yun ang major scope over down and G. So yun, the waterproofing lang ang requirement sa SLCC.
Noted. Another thing, Attorney Mark, baka lang maitanong during the pre-bid. Since we have a total duration of 45 days, so are we requiring them for any protocol whatsoever for the laborers or that will be employed?
Angie, as part of the requirement by the general headquarters, ng administrative department of the PPA head office. So we will be observing the proper entry protocols, and we will be requiring, since it was already discussed previously, na yung mga papasok na workers dito sa head office must provide entry protocol lang. So yun ang magiging stand natin doon, na they should be subjected to the proper entry protocols.
Mr. Eric, Mr. Chair, if I may. Sir? Okay. Question ko lang, dun sa kanina tinanong na rin ni Angie yung sa license requirement. And talaga yun, hindi pwedeng or siya, waterproofing and painting? Doon sa small B specialty construction?
Ma'am, hindi po. Dapat po end talaga. Subcategory po yun sa construction. Naka-indicate yun ma'am sa pickup license. Pwede meron siyang waterproofing, pwede. Pero wala painting. Pero ang requirement natin is dapat meron siya pareho.
Bakit pareho dapat meron siya? Waterproofing yung ano natin, pinapagawa.
Ma'am Jo, considering na ang scope ng trabaho natin for the roof deck, waterproofing and repainting of the steel tanks, roofing. So, ang pinaka-general scope, kasi mas malaki yung area ng waterproofing, so yun yung general scope. So, kailangan isa lang ang gagawa nun na contractor, kung sino man yung mananalo, na they should have an experience with regards to waterproofing, repainting. At the same time, yun nga, moving forward, yung baka matatanong din, bakit na-require natin doon sa SLCC's purely waterproofing. Kasi nga, yun yung pinaka-major scope of work ng trabaho for the roof deck. Kaya nag-concentrate tayo for the SLCC na yung waterproofing works ang importante.
Pero, sir, clear po sa TOR na magkakaroon din sila ng work for painting or clear po ba sa TOR na hindi lang siya waterproofing?
Okay, considering nandun naman sa requirement ng PCAB license, yung mga participating dealers na ma-identify na nila. Tsaka nakalagay kasi doon sa scope natin na meron dyan repainting of steel tank, roofing, tapos ano ba yung nakalagay? Basta yan, DI roof, steel tanks and supports, yung concrete deck, yung waterproofing.
Po, noted, sir.
Any other comments? Technical working group, any questions? Any other comments from the members?
Sir Attorney Mark, tanong ko lang, di ba meron na tayong waterproofing ng nakaraan? The cladding and waterproofing ba yun? Anong difference?
Yun yung sa second floor parking, yun yung nauna prior to this one.
Okay.
Yes, so.
Waterproofing,
No, kasi yung parang yung sa mga parking natin sa mga malls, yun.
treatment for
Yes,
parking, waterproofing, and yung
kasi yung waterproofing sa taas, considering na it's really due for re-applications, considering na 5 weeks lang talaga yung lifespan, may mga crack na eh. Kaya nga, if we may recall, yun na sinasabi ng observation ng mga taga-COA na bumaha daw dun sa executive gym natin. So, hindi naman actually bumaha, pumatak lang yung tubig dahil may mga crack na yung simento dun sa roof deck.
pagtukod yun, di ba?
Hanggang brief lang.
Okay, and check any other questions? Okay, that's a pleasure for that.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the terms of reference for the procurement of services for the repair and maintenance, waterproofing, painting of roofing at deck of PPA head office for procurement, considering the comments presented.
Motion has been properly raised and seconded. The decision recommends.
Mr. Chair.
There being none, the terms of reference for procurement of services for the repairs and maintenance, waterproofing, painting of roofing at deck of PPA head office is hereby approved, and the same will proceed with procurement. Secretary should be instructed to proceed with the preparation of the necessary DORs and publication of the same. Proceed to the next.
Supply and delivery of binoculars. This terms of reference provides the technical description and other terms and conditions for the supply and delivery of binoculars for use of the Philippine Ports Authority head office, port management offices, and terminal management offices. Objectives: the PPA aims to provide a total of 50 units binoculars for PPA head office, port management offices, and terminal management offices. These binoculars will be used for advanced monitoring of incoming vessels. Scope of work: supply and delivery of 50 units binoculars at the PPA head office. Yung deployment will indicate it in the terms of reference. It will be deployed to PPA head office, PMOs, and PMOs. The approved budget for the contract is 3 million pesos. For the technical specifications, color, magnification 10 times, objective lens diameter 50 mm, prism system, Oro, prism material back for image stabilizer, no eye relief 17 mm, exit view field 5 mm, field of view linear 327 feet at 1,000 yards, optical coating fully coated, binoculars focus system autofocus, twilight factor, interpupillary distance, close focus, diopter adjustment range, weather resistance, length, and weight. For the finish, NDR long light rubber armoring, condition, new package type box, additional features, floating prism, focusing, constant focus, accessories, rain guard, objective covers, cleaning cloth, shoulder strap, case, neck strap. Height 5 inches, fog proof, yes, shock proof, yes, width 8.1 inches, size class standard, armoring rubber armored, size full size, magnification type fixed. For the general requirements, the specific brand or model unit being offered must be covered by a brochure or technical data. Must have completed a single contract similar to the contract to be bid whose value must be at least equivalent to 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, similar contract means contract for the procurement or supply and delivery of binoculars or supply and delivery of safety devices, supplies, and accessories. Delivery, all 50 units of binoculars must be delivered within 120 calendar days at the PTA head office after receipt of the winning bidder of the notice to proceed. 1-year warranty from acceptance. If binoculars is malfunctioning and inoperable, the winning bidder shall provide maintenance service within 72 hours after notification at no cost to PTA. Payment, full payment upon delivery, inspection, and acceptance at the PTA head office. An inspection and acceptance report must be duly accomplished by the procuring entity for purposes of payment. Thank you.
Any questions? Or Stephanie, you were mentioning something a while ago.
To share?
Yes.
Oo. Tanong ko lang, meron na ba itong market study canvas? How did they arrive doon sa amount? Anong basis nila ng computation ng ABC?
The basis was the canvas of 3 canvases. That's why we arrived for that ABC.
I'm sorry, sir, medyo mahina yung dating.
Yung naging basis, Ma'am Jo, dun sa ABC was the 3 canvases.
3 canvases.
Yes, Ma'am Jo.
Tapos, sir, ang main purpose kasi nito is to capture yung yung sa vessel. Kasi may VTMS na tayo. Anong particular na ika-capture nitong binoculars na hindi makaka-capture ng VTMS?
Actually, yung kasing we can not always rely on the yung mga ganong type of equipment like the VTMS kasi minsan nakakaroon din ng merong margin of error yan. Ito kasing binoculars is a dual purpose item or equipment. So, actually, just to add up, baka nga babaguhin namin yung deployment, we will remove the head office as part of its distribution, as part of the distribution list. kasi it is more applicable to the ports within Manila and outside Manila. So, ang ano lang din kasi niyan, basically kasi, so, yung bino kasi, yun nga, sa Tagalog, teleskopyo, ano. So, pwede mo siyang actually ma-monitor kung ilan yung nasa laot na barko. So, you not need, yung especially yung mga operations dun sa ports, you not need to look into the BPMS. So, ito parang manual capability ito.
One aspect is siguro, marami ding vessels ang hindi covered by BPMS.
At saka ang idea talaga nito yung traffic dun sa mga incoming, saka yung halimbawang nakaalis na. Kaya nga ang range nito at least mga ano yan eh. Siguro baka more than 2 kilometers yan eh.
Sir, kung ang vessel lang ang concern, wala namang facility ang binocular sa makapag-coordinate sa vessel. Unlike sa VTMS, that they can send signals sa vessel.
Ano lang yan eh. Actually, yung binoculars kasi hindi talaga, wala namang talagang feature siyang makikipag-communicate dun sa vessel. Ang ano lang yan is makita lang niya. Not only the vessels kasi, kung halimbawa meron dun sa field of view na remarkable or kung may insidente. So makikita niya, not necessarily yung mga vessel, lahat lang nung mako-cover na pwedeng silipid ng operations natin sa mga port, gagamitin niyang binocular.
Yung range ba nito, sir, malaki? Kasi ang ano ko lang, sir, yung worry ko lang nakalagay kasi sa objectives eh. Parang it's really for advanced monitoring of incoming vessels. Yung range niya kasi may not be that large or yung wide para ma-capture niya lahat nung, I don't know kung how it will translate kung ilan yung...
Ma'am Jo, excuse me, yung kasing nire-require natin is 10 by 50. Ang explanation nun, 10 power siya, so 10 times yung view mo at 50 yung objective diameter, yun yung lapad, 50, So, kung sinabi mo 10 power yung capacity ng binocular, so ang inaano niyan is mga basta more than 2 kilometers yan. Eh pagka nasa pantalan ka naman, titignan mo yung 2 kilometers, makikita mo na yung laot niyan kung saan nakaangkura yung mga vessels.
Yung list po ng deployment nito, paano po pinili? Yung hindi na po ba siya mako-cover ng VTMS para dun po sa yung mga small ports natin na hindi covered ng VTMS, dun po nakakoncentrate yung deployment nito?
The idea was to equip all port management office and all terminal management offices under those PMOs. Kaya lang, because of the budget restraint, restraint nga, kaya yan lang yung nakuha. Tsaka it's not actually to replace BTMS, additional gadget ito.
Chair, if I may.
Okay.
Same questions lang kanina, I'm just putting myself like a bidder. So yung cell-text specs natin, ito naman number 1, hindi siya yung copy-paste or maraming pwedeng mag-provide with this kind of text specs that we are requiring.
Yes, ma'am. Marami pong makakapag-provide nitong nilagay namin sa technical specifications.
The same thing that not only one is the exclusive distributor, but also other bidders may be an exclusive distributor. Tama ba yun?
Wala kang exclusive distributor requirement.
Wala ito. Okay.
Alam mo kind of green? Any other questions?
Sir, wala na, Sir Joe, again. Sir Eric, wala na tong training. I mean, any, parang ordinary person can use the binoculars. Wala na pong needed special training for this.
No need for training for this type of equipment kasi you just need to check the brochure. So may instruction naman doon. Saka user-friendly, napakadaling gamitin. Para bang, yun, gagamit ka lang ng camera, gano'n. So, madali siyang, no need for training.
Okay, thank you. Hey, sir. Tanong ko lang, ano pong department ang gagamit sa head office?
Bali yung sa head office, tatanggalin na yun, i-deploy na lang yun dun sa terminal kung saan hindi nakasama dun sa list of deployment. So, we will correct that on the list of deployment.
Okay po. Thank you.
Any other questions? Technical working group.
Sir, clarification po dun sa included accessories, yung rain guard, objective covers, cleaning cloth, shoulder strap, case neck strap. Makikita pa ba namin, sir, ito dun sa brochure o kahit walang brochure included na mag-e-evidence na yung mga items na ito?
Actually, doon lang yung meron din siyang written words na gano'n. Pero not necessarily may mga drawing pa o ano. So, yun kasi part na nung box yun eh.
Sir, kung wala included dun sa brochure, hindi siya naka-indicate na meron siyang green card, etc. So, pwede namin i-consider as compliant siya dahil accessories siya.
And dapat makikita natin na meron gano'n. Before we can declare na compliant siya. Makikita dapat sa brochure na naka-identify na lang.
Chair, in relation to that, hello? Mr. Chair, can you hear me? Yeah. In relation to that question, hindi ba pwedeng pag-post na merong ipe-present na model itself just to satisfy all these technical requirements?
So, we require sa postcard na may model.
May actual sample.
Actual sample. Actually, import kasi ito. Okay, just a suggestion. Yung suggestion ng proponent is delivered ng acceptance lang kasi for sure naman nakikita na daw yung spec. Hindi naman din nila verify kung yun nga yung spec sa model itself sa technical working, sa level of the technical working group. So the suggestion of the proponent is hindi requires a post-swap pero they will examine it when we deliver the acceptance. Is that a natin?
Meaning sa delivery, doon na lang siya whether to accept or not.
Yes, sure. Any other questions? Yes.
Sir, the same din sa warranty kung yung reckoning period from acceptance din. And at saka yung manufacturer defect, different kasi siya doon sa maintenance service, doon sa manufacturer. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Mr. Chair, can I move for the approval? I move for the approval of the terms of reference for the supply and delivery of binoculars for procurement, considering the comments presented.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion has been properly raised and seconded. Do I have a position there too? There being none, the terms of reference for supply and delivery of binoculars here by approved. The same proceed with procurement. Second question started to proceed the preparation of the feedstocks and fabrication research project. On to the next.
Supply and delivery of 4 units bus. This terms of reference provides a technical description and other terms and conditions for the supply and delivery of 4 units bus for use of Philippine Ports Authority Head Office and Port Management Offices. Objective, the PPA aims to provide a total of 4 units bus for the PPA Head Office and Port Management Offices. The nature and volume of work at PPA necessitates the procurement of bus to greatly enhance the capacity to perform its expanded mandate, improve and maximize mobility, and ensure safety and readiness to all responsibility centers. Scope of work, supply and delivery of 4 units bus at the PPA Head Office. It will be deployed to Head Office and 1 in Luzon cluster, 1 in Visayas, and 1 in Mindanao. As part of after-sales service, provide basic toolkit and free labor and preventive maintenance services within the first 1,000 and 5,000 kilometers. The approved budget for the contract is 40 million pesos. Authority to purchase 4 units bus was granted by the Department of Transportation to PPA based on the approval of the Department of Budget and Management. These are the technical specifications for Lot 1, Bus A, 1 unit that will be used for long haul. For Lot 2, Bus B, 3 units. It will be used for regular people mover. Obligations and responsibilities. The contractor or supplier shall be able to submit an exclusive distributor certificate from the manufacturer of the bus. Have supplied buses within the Philippines with an amount of at least 50% of the contract price. The manufacturer of the bus must have an after-sales office in the Philippines. The specific brand or model unit being offered must be covered by a brochure or technical data sheet. If the unit is malfunctioning and inoperable despite the phone-supported troubleshooting, the winning bidder shall provide maintenance service to the site within 72 hours after notification at no cost to PPA. For the delivery, all 4 units of buses must be delivered within 180 calendar days at the PPA head office after receipt of the winning bidder of the notice to proceed. The supplier must provide a minimum of 4 hours training to PPA personnel for use of the equipment. Warranty, 18 months or 150 kilometers, whichever comes first. And manufacturer's warranty booklet. For the payment, full payment upon delivery and submission of official receipt and certificate of registration. An inspection and the acceptance report must be duly accomplished by the procuring entity for purposes of payment. Other requirements for the vehicle and chassis, the specific brand or model unit being offered must be covered by a brochure or technical data sheet. Spare parts of the offered unit must be in the Philippines for the next 10 years after the last day of manufacturing of the specific model. A certification from the dealer must be submitted. A provision and inclusion of the following: 3 years LTO registration fee, interior matting, seat cover, and gas clean. Bidder must be an authorized dealer, manufacturer, or assembler of buses and must be engaged in the business for at least 10 years. Certificate must show this. Must submit a list of dealership with service center. Seats of the units can be configurable based on the approved layout of PPA. Must have completed a single contract similar to the contract to be bid, whose value must be at least equivalent to 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, a similar contract means contract for the procurement or supply and delivery of bus. Thank you.
Question na. Lot 1 and lot 2, magkaiba ang bidding ano nito. Kasi kung lot 1, paano ba yung pag-present mo?
Hindi, parang type 1, type 2.
So hindi na.
So hindi pa glass.
Kasi pag lot, iba yung bidding natin sa lot 1 at sa lot 2.
Type 1 and type 2. Bus A and bus B na lang kaya, ma'am.
Bus A, bus B.
Bus A, bus B na lang.
Kasi magkaiba tayo.
Dalawa ko. Parang sa ano,
Bus A, bus B na lang, ma'am.
bus A, bus B.
Opo.
Bus A, bus.
Ibig sabihin, bus A, ganun ko.
Questions?
Mr. Chair, since you have bus A and bus B, so the prospective bidder should have the 2 specs, should offer the 2.
For both, for all 4 buses. And also, just for the information of, if I'm Mr. Chair, for the information of the BAC, we already received an approval or authority to procure from the Department of Budget and Management for these buses.
And with this text.
Yes. Yan din kasi yung sinubmit na. And we also have the approved cap for this one.
Any other questions?
Sir Chair,
Ano mo nang gano'n?
if I may.
Yes.
Yung question ko sa distributorship, dito pala talaga yon. Tsaka dun sa exclusive. And then, meron doon sa item 9 yun. Other requirements, bullet number 9, yung authorized dealer. Tapos, meron din exclusive distributorship sa item 5 ng obligations and responsibilities. Bullet number 1. Magkaiba ba yon or
Talaga. Exclusive distributor.
and authorized po? Authorized dealer.
Although, exclusive distributor ka for that particular brand of bus, but you are in the business of dealing, manufacturing, assembling buses for the past 10 years. Kasi hindi ka naman exclusive distributor for the last 10 years. Kasi parang dito sa other requirements, it's on the engaged in the business for at least 10 years. So both requirements must be complied with. So they have to be the exclusive distributor of this particular brand, and then they should also be engaged in the business of buses for the past 10 years based on their SEC certificate. So hindi required na exclusive distributor ka for the past 10 years, pero you should have been dealing with buses for at least 10 years as established by your SEC certificate. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yun lang.
Another thing, meron dito, ilang seater yung bus? Kasi parang may nakalagay dyan na yung tayo magpo-provide ng layout.
Yes, Ma'am Jo. Yung kasi yung bus A for long haul. So yung layout nun, we will provide the meters considering the new normal. Ano? So for the bus B, ito yung people mover natin, it will be 40 kasi yung original na layout, yung standard layout is mga nasa 49 seater ganyan. So ito magiging either 37 to 40 seater lang kasi ang magiging layout ng seats, I'm talking about the people mover, will be one by one by one. Meron din siyang, we will require the provision of acrylic partitions for each in between the seats. So yung bus A, it will be 28, I guess, 28 kasi meron itong, considering that it will be used for long haul, meron itong, we will require to be provided with toilet.
May CR yan, sir?
Meron yung bus A.
Okay. Sir, what about logo? May PPA logo ba yon? Lalagyan ba natin ng PPA logo?
Meron siyang PPA DOTR logo but it's still for the approval pa ng ni GM. Kasi gusto niya munang ma-configure kung ano yung may itsura talaga ng bus. But for the color, it will be a standard white color lang, yung base color ng bus.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other question?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
nawala lang ako. Yung authorized dealer, hindi exclusive distributor yon. Iba ba yun? Sorry medyo hindi lang sa akin yun.
Yung isa, the bus you offer, you have to be the exclusive distributor. Tapos to establish na you're in this line of business, dapat within the last, at least 10 years ka nang nag-deal, nag-manufacture ng ganyan products. So parang yung longevity ng company in-establish sa dealership manufacturing na setting.
So pwedeng maraming authorized dealers.
Well, ito, yung requirement regarding the authorized dealer kasi sa SEC registration. So, pinapakita lang dito, you should be in the line of business regarding buses for at least 10 years. Kasi pwedeng may exclusive distributorship ka na, pero this year ka lang na-incorporate. So, parang wala ka pang track record, kumbaga. So, may additional requirement that you have to be in the line of business. Pero, you don't have to be an exclusive distributor for 10 years. So, pwede ngayon ka lang na exclusive distributor, pero negosyo talaga buses. So, yun yung requirement na yun, authorized dealer, manufacturer, seller of buses. They must be engaged in the business for at least 10 years based on your SEC certificate.
Okay, so, si PWG,
Separate requirements yun.
nakalagay kasi dito, authorized dealer, manufacturer, or assembler. So, any one of these three?
Basta your line of business is bus talaga. Hindi ka bagong magdadala ng bus. Tapos magbibid ka dito. So yung bidder must be in the line of business regarding the actually deal, you manufacture, or you assemble buses for the last 10 years.
Okay, noted.
Any other questions?
Sir, clarification doon sa must submit a list of dealership with service center. Within a certain area po ba o isa lang sa bawat sa isang sa Pilipinas?
Hindi naman. Basta
Hindi. Basta ang importante, meron silang existing na service center. It may be in Luzon, it may be in Mindanao or Visayas. Isa lang.
So it's to find out whether they have one.
Kasi yun naman yung mga buses naman kasi, for it's not like Toyota or yung mga maliliit na type of vehicles na talagang yung dealership niya, medyo specialty kasi ang mga buses.
Sir, isa na lang. yung specs that we provided, this could be parang pwedeng, let's say for example, brand to pwedeng ang Toyota meron nito, ang Isuzu meron nito, and so on and so forth.
Approve the DTM.
Sorry, Attorney Mark, hindi ko na.
Approve the specs ng DTM.
Okay, thanks. Can I move?
Okay.
Chair, I move for the approval of the terms of reference for the supply and delivery of 4 units of bus for procurement, considering the comments presented.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion under properly raised and seconded, your position read to. There being none, in terms of reference, resupply and delivery of 4 units audit is approved, and the same will complete with procurement. To require administrative procedure of operation of the speed document and publication of the process.
Yes.
On to the last.
Last week.
Ilan ba yun? Dalawa, no? Opo. Sige, mag-watch ko na yung private copy. Kasi first copy lang naman. Teka lang po, may mali na.
Parang nagsayo sa mga data. So basically, contact tracing lang siya. And the reason why it's there is because yung developer 50,000. Tapos ko naman yung sa pagka-download kasi yung contact rating kahit hindi ay very user bakit? Magpipili na ako dito. Oliver. Race user? Ayan na. Bigay mo na yung meron. Pero hindi ka dali. Kaya 7% na lang yung laptop ko. Matay yung QR code. Ano yun ang parang yun. Ipa-operate yung manual natin sa kanila. Para masabi natin na security government kasi personal data sa kanila
Pinapagod siya to ang solid yun. Ang daming pinapaschedule.
Hindi na lang ibigay sa atin. Palit natin sa kanila yung operation natin.
Okay. Punta rin sa iPhone.
Update ko sa publish sa Google Play. Pagka na-approve na, sa una naman natin.
Ay, papaano sa papipi.
Bukas ang posting yan, Milo. Pagawa yun yung apat lang. Yes, yun, papahapon.
Hindi lang ang tinawag na ito. Pero
Okay, proceed na.
Good afternoon.
Ito ba yung dati? Natuloy ba ito dati? Or patapusin ko ito? Exactly the same ulit? Not scope, mas wide?
Yes, actually, yung associatory crime sa budget module, yung budget preparation pa lang.
So nakalimutan na dito yun?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Online yung submission.
Ayaw na nila pumasok talaga.
Good afternoon. I will be presenting the terms of reference for the procurement of maintenance services for the PTA's application systems. Project background. PTA has several computerized systems which are either outsourced, commercial, off-the-shelf, or in-house developed. These systems were implemented at the head office across the 25 PMOs and 114 PMOs. There are systems which are connected via wide area network, while others are accessible through internet, as well as offline process for non-connected ports. As with any other business operations, PPA is constantly confronted with inevitable challenges such as changing requirements and demands, continuous growth, and of support for software, as well as compatibility and performance issues. These challenges are compounded by many other system deficiencies, hazards, and risks. PPA is constantly confronted with inevitable challenges such as changing requirements and demands, continuous data growth, and of support for software as well as compatibility and performance issues. These challenges are compounded by many other system deficiencies, hazards, risks, and that IT operation is due to policy changes, technological advancement, and evolving global conditions. Additionally, with the recent coronavirus pandemic, there is heavy reliance on information systems application to support the new normal in business needs. Successful operation of a large-scale computer system depends heavily on corrective, adaptive, and preventive maintenance, among other factors. Thus, a post-implementation support and continuous maintenance of the computerized applications are important to ensure some effectiveness and prevent risk failures. The objective of projects for the consultancy firm to provide technical application support, maintenance services to the PK computerized systems. Specifically, the following are intended: to provide corrective, preventive, adaptive measures in the PK computerized systems, to implement any system changes arising from adaptive, corrective, and preventive maintenance, to improve system performance and/or provide technical assistance, advice on system improvement, to enable business and technical users to acquire sufficient knowledge and level of expertise in the application and use of the different systems, both on premise and in the cloud. Equip the technical personnel with knowledge in the use of maintenance of the setup facility, with DRC resources, servers, equipment, operating systems, database, and software. To provide technical advice, assistance, if there's a need to introduce new software, whether in-house or off-the-shelf hardware, database, network resources, with the existing computerized systems. Project description. The project duration. The contract shall cover a period of 12 months. Scope. The services are to be rendered shall cover the following application systems: AFMS, first, PCRS, high ports, EPMS, e-payment, EAS, HITS, REMS, FEMS, RMS, POMS, OPC, as well as in-house systems that we've been developed and need to be interfaced with existing computerized systems for all PPA sites. PPA managed government ports, private ports, CHO managed, and privatized ports. Scope of services. The services shall cover the following: development and implementation of the proposed management system integrated with the AFMS. Development of the revised data collaboration module between online port charges exemption and PPA systems. Development of warfare interface modules between PPA system and PMO Batangas CHO. System of development of the interface between OREMS and FIRST. Development of interface between PPA, DOE, computerized systems related to the energy virtual one-stop shop. Development of the first invoicing. Design and develop ad hoc reports required by management. Management of the revised revolving fund module. Resolution of USRs as provided in Annex A. Management of system performance of the AFMS. And all application systems running on Oracle database. Perform backup and recovery across all applications and Oracle database. Provide technical solution and your support for the family. EB Suite R12.2.6. System interface with the AFMS to first. PCRS, iPorts, implementation of AFMS budget implementation module, offset, EAS, EPMS, e-payment, POMS, OREMS, and implementation of the acquired solution from Oracle Metal. Optimize the identified system modules which was slowed down and implementing appropriate solutions. Provide technical assistance on the maintenance of the production and test servers, both on-premise, CF and DRC. Assist in the setup of specific modules for new port sites and its effect with the AFMS. Solve all issues raised by ICT help desk personnel not classified as case request 1 month before the expiration of the contract. Demonstrate as required the application of appropriate approach, techniques, and tools to enhance the performance of the system facilities, such as servers, database, communication. Undertake the initial step, setup, and configuration of network and communication at the ports, where applicable and as required. Provide support for the maintenance on all PPA servers, especially Oracle database server. This also includes the Linux Windows servers. Submit promptly monthly progress reports and assessment of the condition report in accordance with the schedule of work to be resolved by ICTP. The report formats to be used shall be prepared by the service provider and approved by PPA. Assist PPA in the BIR accreditation and in-systems demonstration, verification, and evaluation. Provide HAAS, 3 servers on premise. Bidder's requirement. The bidder must be an Oracle partner. This must be supported by a certification from Oracle Corporation to be submitted to the Bids and Awards Committee. Consultants of the firm. Firm must have the following key personnel. 7 Oracle certified consultants of the EBIS suite R12 ERT. The 7 consultants with specific technical qualifications should be composed of the following. 1 Oracle API developer must have 3 years experience in invoicing and receiving system in the port community. 2 Oracle Forms and Reports developer with 3 years experience related to EBIS Suite R12. 1 Oracle Apps DBA must have at least 10 years experience as Oracle Apps DBA. 3 Oracle Financial Consultants with 3 years experience in the following process: receivable to cash management, procure to pay, fixed asset management, general ledger. A solution architect with a total of 10 years experience in the implementation of administrator to export system. A C#.NET expert with a total of 5 years experience in software development and design using C#, net application tool, and must have an experience as implementation support personnel in the port community. Confidentiality of data. The consultancy firm shall document detailed procedures, techniques in identifying system security risks and breaches, and how such shall be handled. The consultancy firm shall secure individual accounts to be used as special access to the affected sites throughout the phases of system revision or enhancement only. The consultancy firm and its team members shall be required to sign an NDA with PPA. The consultancy firm and its personnel agents shall uphold strict confidentiality on any information that will come to their knowledge regarding business or income for user, clients, employees of PPA in accordance with BPA. The consultancy firm and its employees shall be liable to penalties in case of any unlawful divulgence of any information regarding the business or income of any port user, client, employees of PPA. All application modules on the PPA computerized systems, the components, parts, and all products, product samples, and specifications, data, ideas, technology, and technical and non-technical materials, all of them of which may be derived from any of the foregoing, all of which individually and collectively referred to as proprietary information, are confidential and proprietary to the PPA. The consultancy firm agrees to hold the proprietary information in strict confidence. Furthermore, the consultancy firm agreed not to produce, transcribe, or disclose proprietary information to third parties without prior written approval of the PPA. Service level agreement. PPA shall maintain a SLA with the consultancy firm. Technical support. There are 3 category levels. 1, users are totally prevented from doing their tasks and it will immediately impact the business costs of PPA. This should be resolved within 1 week upon receipt of USR. Category 2, users are limited from doing their tasks and if eventually the visa process of PPA is long left unresolved within 2 weeks upon receipt of USR. Category 3. Users reported an area that can be improved, but it will not impact the business process of PPA within 3 weeks upon receipt of USR. Infrastructure services. They will provide hardware as a service. The servers to be provided on premise and its uptime is 99.5%. Responsibilities of a consultancy firm. The firm shall neither assign, transfer, pledge, or subcontract any part of interest therein. A consultancy firm ensures that the source codes developed for the support and maintenance of the computerized systems are properties of PPA. A consultancy firm shall not replace any of its personnel until 50% of the personnel's manpower have been served, except for justifiable reason and subject to PPA approval. PPA responsibilities. PPA shall provide working area in connection to PPA's network. PPA shall provide access to PPA documents, records, and data that may be required subject to PPA clearance. The budget of the project. The approved budget of the contract is 17 and inclusive of 12% VAT. Delivery and payment. The project shall commence after the receipt of NTP by the winning bidder. 12 equal payments in Philippine currency shall be made over the contract period. Annex A contains the outstanding USRs and on one month it will be delivered. It should be delivered. Annex 2. This includes the service specs. It contains the service specs that they should provide PPA. 3 sets of the following. Two processor with 16 total logical cores, 96 ECC memory, 2 by 240 gig SSD for OS, 1 TB SSD raw data storage, 24 TB HDD raw storage capacity. Servers must be in place within 45 days after receipt of NTP, duly signed by the PPA General Manager. That's it. That's the end of the presentation of the TO.
I open the floor for comment.
Mr. Chair.
You have the floor.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yeah. I have many questions. Number one, Mr. John, how this project differs with the old MIS project, or how advantageous this one is compared to the previous big project that we had in the past?
This involves the maintenance of our existing systems and the development of other systems as shown in the scope of the project, such as development and implementation of budget proposal management system. This will be integrated to the existing AFMS. So this is a new module. Another is the development of the revised collaboration between OPC and PPA systems, development of warfare interface module between PPA system and PMO, and PMO Batangas CHO system. There are many development component of this contract. This engagement.
Kasi di ba yung naging problema natin doon, we have all these systems but I don't know why some hindi running. So how can we prevent those things from happening again?
What are those that are not running?
Di ba noon meron yung mga REMS, yung sa engineering, pero hindi na, even forms now, I don't know kung i-review ba nila bawat system tapos from among the subcategories of the system, alin pa yung pwede, alin yung hindi, or totally improve nila yung bawat system. For example, AFMS is running, but definitely there are issues with AFMS. Are they going to correct those issues?
Yes, they will correct those issues as long as we provide them with what we call USRs. Yung
Sir Jan, ano kasi, kunwari, magkakaroon ba to ng parang isang master plan? Yung alam mo yun, yung parang hindi siya isa-isa standalone, ito may connection dito. For example, the statistics. Kasama na ba na gagaan na ba buhay namin sa statistics when this one will be completed?
For sure, gagaan ng problema nyo sa statistics as long as the users will input data. And we have connections to the other terminals that have no connection right now. Ang problema lang naman doon yung utilization of the system, saka yung connection, saka yung so network problem, lack of manpower, and ano pa ba? Hardware.
So all those things will be resolved before we implement this kind of thing, or magka-crop up lang siya along the way while you are doing all this system?
This is a maintenance contract, so i-maintain lang niya kung ano yung existing system natin, tapos ano yung pinapa-develop ng PPA. Like I said, in the scope din, nagdagdag ng mga development. Ngayon, yung sa implementation, PPA nga bahala doon. So, we should urge the users to use the system so that we can get viable information in the reports.
For example,
yun, pagpilit ng user gumamit or internet connection or ganun problema.
Pero ito, Jan, for example, may existing tayong iPorts, and then are they going to scrutinize the system and then change it accordingly if they feel, based on sa mga users, for example, if they will ask the users the evaluation, they will reconfigure the system to suit the need, the present need of PPA?
Actually, they are the one who made some designs to the improvement of iPorts. So it's a vast improvement compared to phones. So baka kung compare natin yung iPorts sa phones, it elevates the usability of the system by more than 50%.
Kasi sabi natin, the services to be rendered shall cover the following application system. So, anong specific services dun sa mga like sa iPorts, sa AFMS, i-review ba nila overall yung system, and then they would recommend whether from among these systems ito dapat i-update, this is no longer parang iaano nila sa bagong demand ng BPA, sa bagong policy.
Oo. Actually, they did that. Katulad ng mga ibang business process na pinase out na ngayon or may in-introduce tayong bago, sila yung mga gumawa ng maintenance work para doon. So, like sa phones, yung FCER, hindi existing yan dati. Ginawa nila yung, yung back-end programming noon para to suit our needs. That's all.
Yeah. For every system that they will change, that they will review and everything and come up with a new system, who are those involved to accept the system saying na yes, ito usable na. For example, AFMS. Siyempre na ang ano dyan, controller, treasury, sa finance. So would there be people from those departments who will accept the system na running na siya based on what the needs are ng treasury, ng accounting, say ng admin?
Sila talaga yung nag-accept. Kasi bagong requirements nila yun. So kami, nagte-test lang kami. If everything goes well, papakita na namin sa kanila, sila yung mag-accept ng system or module na i-implement.
Miss Anne, may stage kami sa development ng user acceptance testing. So yung user talaga ang mag-test, hindi namin accept yung sistema hanggat hindi na-accept ng user. So yung mga applications natin yung legacy na yan, so wala sa atin yung source code, minimitin natin hanggat hindi natin natatanggal yung forms. So pag may policy change, yung mga legacy applications, kailangan na may workaround. Yun ang ginagawa ng consultants. Tapos yung interface, kasi nakikita-kita yan eh. So ginawa yung iPorts, yung specifications yan, yung improvement yan, galing sa mga operations people. So pinapunta sila dito sa head office, may conference noon for 3 days. Kasama pa kayo ata dyan, kasama CPD. Tapos kayo rin, hindi nga namin kayong opinion sa requirements nyo para ma-improve namin yung system.
What about those standalone systems that we have right now, like yung HRIS? I think meron din tayong pinaprocure yung sa engineering. So magkakaroon ba ng connection ito dun sa system na ipuput up?
Hindi sila involved sa mga system na ano kaya hindi nila alam yung mga kaya. Kasama din kayo sa
Hindi kasi sa HR, kasi ano yun eh, system ng HR, may ano yun eh, may security issue. Dapat HR lang ang nag-access doon. Tapos sa Data Privacy Act. So sa kanila yung HR, although naka-host yung server sa amin, yung access nun sa kanila lang lahat. Assist lang kami sa connectivity, sa maintenance, pero yung paggamit ng HR, yung policy doon, hindi sa amin. Nagawa nila ng ano.
The contract shall cover a period of 12 months. So what if the system is not yet accepted and it will take time beyond the 12-month period? I think nangyari ito sa MIS project before.
Hindi sila mapapayaran, hindi nila matatapos yung project.
So until acceptance is
Hindi naman kayo pumapayag na bayaran na hindi umaanda yung sistema.
Paano yung weight ng technical? Oo.
Kasi di ba?
Oo.
Meron naman, bibigyan namin.
Ng technical versus the
Yes ma'am, bibigyan namin.
yung criteria.
Yes, meron nang nagawa tayo. Balik sa consultancy, kailangan natin yun. Sige ma'am, meron kayong help.
Pero imagine sa mga kailangan palitan talaga na units. O hanggang gano'n, actually, ano yun, para picture.
Any other comments?
Attorney Mark, if would this include the recommendation from the winning bidder? Let's say what would be the equipment required, the hardware, the software that could be procured by PPA in the long run?
Nasa ISSP yan, ma'am. Yung mga nilalagay namin doon sa ISSP, based dun sa, kasi HRIS nasa ISSP yan, kasi ni-require ni HRMD. So yung requirement ng per department, binibigay sa amin, tapos pinapasok namin sa information statistic system plan. So nandun yan sa ISSP. Actually, ang basis din nun, dapat yung strategic plan ng PPA, na nire-require kasi yan ni DICT.
Yeah, kasi we might have the system, but with the support of the hardware, that is another story.
Hindi naman tatakbo yung system ko wala yung hardware. Actually, part na ng audit ni COA at saka ng QMS. So, yung mga findings nila doon, kunyari end of life na, pinapalitan naman lang.
Basta Sir Jerry, gaganda na buhay ng statistics namin. I just want to make sure.
Actually, kung hindi pinasok kasi yung data, ganun, kasi kung garbage in, garbage out, kung wala pinasok na data, wala tayong data. Di ba? Statistics naman yun eh. Pero yung mga concerns na pinibigay sa amin, ina-address ng developer namin. Yung mga requirements sa statistics. So, ina-update namin sa reports. Nakipag-meeting naman yung mga staff mo sa amin.
No further questions, Mr. Chair.
John? Okay, what's the pleasure of the back?
Mr. Chair. With the promise of the ICTD people that CPD's stat units role will be more effective. So I move for the approval of the TOR for the procurement of maintenance services for the Philippine Ports Authority's application system for procurement.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion has been properly raised and seconded. We're in position there.
And Mr. Chair.
There being terms of reference for the procurement of maintenance services for the Philippine Ports Authority application system is hereby approved. And the same will proceed with procurement technical. Secretary may start to proceed with preparation of the bidding office and posting of the same. Let's proceed to the last item on our agenda. The deliberation and the request for representation of Contract Point Incorporated for supply and delivery of body-worn cameras. Technical. Okay, Have the BAC members reviewed the motion for reconsideration filed by contact point?
Not yet, Mr. Chair. Can we have a few minutes to read?
10 minutes.
May copy na ba? Nasaan ba? Sorry
No.
Ayan your issue. And our last agenda is regarding the absence. Are you doing absence?
So yun, nakita mo yung MR?
Not yet. Nasa
Did you resend the copy? Yung first part naman nagpapahaba yung sinight niya yung mga provisions. Pwede. Okay lang yun.
Can I have the copy of the request for recall? Yung request for recall na lang. Hindi ba siya nakapadala?
Attorney Mitch, if I may. Attorney Mitch.
Yes, Miss Angie.
Attorney Mitch, can you hear me?
Ako, Miss Angie.
Yung nasa first column, yung docking station not indicated, evidence management workstation not indicated, meaning they should have indicated some inputs there.
Again, Miss Angie, hindi ko naintindihan.
First column, grounds for failure. So, nakalagay yung mga docking station not indicated. Tapos yung evidence management and live viewing workstation not indicated. So, ibig sabihin, they did not supply any inputs for that particular column based dun sa TOR.
Based po dun sa brochure na sinubmit nila as part of the technical proposal nila, hindi po naka-indicate itong mga docking station as we supply with a universal power adapter and yung enumerations from 1 to 6, hindi po yan naka-indicate sa brochure. And then yung sa body worn cameras, instead of yung working temperature na required natin is from negative 30 degrees Celsius to positive 50 degrees Celsius. Ang naka-indicate po dun sa brochure nila is 30 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius.
Attorney Mitch, for example, itong yung sa yung docking station, so ano dapat yung nailagay nila based sa TOR natin, for example? Meron dapat italagay dyan.
Dapat po provided with a universal power adapter.
Ano yung universal power adapter? Sir Jerry. Ano yung universal power adapter? Yung saksakan?
Saksakan nila. Iba-ibang pwede sa universal din. Sa below, pwede.
Yung accessory yun?
Accessory nasa accessory na.
Okay.
Kasi nag-ano lang kami dun sa isang pre-provide kasi nung brochure nung Boston, indicated talaga na meron siyang universal power adapter. Unlike itong kay contact point, walang indication na kasama na included siya.
Okay. Pero nga, in a way, it can be considered an adapter, an accessory kasi na kailangan gano'n. So in that case, it's no longer an accessory but a feature.
Treat namin siya, sir, as feature kasi hindi naman indicated na accessory siya.
Okay. Sige.
Attorney Mitch, ilan na nga yung nag-bid dito? Siya lang ba?
Dalawa po sila, si Boston Home and si Contact Point.
Okay.
Are you going over the MR? Thank you. Joe.
No further comments or questions?
You got over it. Kasi hindi, mag-discuss tayo eh.
Oo nga. Hindi ko na-gets. Hindi ko na-gets. Pakiulit.
Natapos mo na magbasahin.
Yes.
Okay.
Ako not yet.
Ay, sorry.
Wala akong copy kasi naka-share lang yung binabasa kayo, nasa shared file lang. Na-email ba?
Na-email ko po rin yung ma'am.
Na-email na, sige.
Okay lang po.
Diretso ko na lang sa table.
So ano yung if I may, ano yung sinasabi niya dito na during the post-qua, the BAC shall determine. So meaning, they are arguing that all these things should be looked into during post-qualification and not during the bidding. Ganun ba yun?
That's one of the arguments. However, with regards to that aspect, technical working group, what is your comment?
In determining the lowest calculated bid during the bid evaluation, the BAC is not precluded from evaluating or reviewing the documents submitted as part of its technical proposal. A reading of the last sentence of the technical specification form will show that the bid evaluation is not limited to the review of the financial proposal. Thus, a statement either in the bidder's statement of compliance or the supporting evidence that is found to be false either during bid evaluation, post qualification, or execution of the contract may be regarded as fraudulent and render the bidder or supplier liable for prosecution subject to the provisions of IPD clause and GCC clause. Otherwise, it will be absurd that the BAC will declare contact point as the lowest calculated bidder only to post disqualify it since the document submitted in the technical proposal did not comply with the technical specifications. Further, the bidder can no longer cure the deficiencies in its technical proposal since the BAC cannot consider other documents which are not submitted in the technical proposal, as the same will constitute an enhancement of the original bid.
Thank you.
Okay ka na, Miss Jo?
Yes, okay na ako.
Okay. Basically, during the bid evaluation, several points were observed by the technical working group. Do you have the table? Maybe what I'm doing? No. What you can see on your screen were the technical specifications which purportedly Contact Point Incorporated failed to comply with. First and foremost is with regards to working temperature requirement. Under our terms of reference, the working temperature is -degree centigrade to 50 degrees centigrade. Under the brochure submitted, the indicated working temperature is 30 degrees centigrade to 50 degrees centigrade. The argument is
the brochure for the body-worn cameras does not visibly reflect the negative sign before the 30 degrees.
Hindi kaya typo error yon?
okay. They claim na hindi na makita yung negative. However, if you look at the original document and the originals which they submitted, it looks like it's a printout of the brochure. Eh, naka-align well, on the left column, you can see the category, and on the right column, you can see yung kung ano yung specs. Eh, naka-align naman yung 30 doon sa ibang mga numbers, so walang space for negative.
Okay.
So, parang malabo naman na sinabi na hindi nakita. Kasi kung may negative sign yun, lampas na yun sa very neat arrangement nila sa brochure. And hindi naman ito parang photocopy na hindi mo kita. It's a printout of the brochure. So, it's unlikely na may negative.
Mr. J, so is it a colored brochure?
It's a colored brochure and it looks like a printout, not a colored photocopy. Okay, in-merge mo yung isang camera ng isa-isa kasi i-close up nila ang original ng TikToks.
Para daw makita natin ang definition.
Okay, so ito yung page. Now, makikita nyo, align yung numbers, yung details. So if you look at the 30, naka-align siya. Wala namang space.
hindi nakita yung negative.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Nila nakikita negative. It's a colored printout.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Akala ko kasi yung parang glossy na brochure na.
hindi ito ng glossy brochure na yan.
Oo.
Yun, may observation lang yun. I don't know if, yung argument nila is, purportedly, sa original daw ng brochure, merong negative. Pero based lang sa observation sa original na submitted, it doesn't look likely. Kasi it's a printout hindi siya photocopy.
Yes, noted, Mr. Chair.
Tapos, with regards to docking station, our requirement is docking station must be supplied with a universal power adapter. Nakalagay yun sa specs natin na dapat may universal power adapter. Hence, was created by the technical working group as a requirement which must be complied with and seen in the brochure. It's not
so, Mr. Chair, that should have been, they should have written like complied, something like that, dun sa docking station.
In all instances here, they put complied. Yung deficiency nila is with regards to supporting documentation. Kasi it's required, as you would recall, that if you put comply, you have to have supporting proof. You just don't say, I can give you that. You say, I can give you that. Here is my proof, I can give you that. So required in brochure.
Okay,
now,
noted.
The technical working group examines the brochure and checks whether or not the specs which they say comply is actually there. So with regards to the universal power adapter, technical working group.
Sir, it's not indicated. However, it is also the allegation of contact point that they submitted an unconditional statement of compliance to the terms of reference attached as H7 in its technical proposal, signed by its president CEO Cesar Manuel Jr. However, the unconditional statement of compliance to the terms of reference submitted by contact point is self-serving and cannot be considered as evidence of compliance thereof. The technical specification form provides that statement of comply or not comply must be supported by evidence in a bidder's bid and cross-reference to that evidence. Evidence shall be in the form of manufacturer's unamended sales literature, unconditional statements of specifications and compliance issued by the manufacturer, samples, independent test data, etc. as appropriate. A statement that is not supported by evidence or is subsequently found to be contradicted by the evidence presented will render the bid under evaluation liable for rejection.
Okay. Also, with regards to the requirement of evidence management and live viewing workstation, there are requirements that the client or server provide a capability to provide a minimum acceptable video stream quality, configure the quality of a viewed video stream, review full resolution video frames from a recent viewed video stream held in a buffer at the BW site. Say video frames locally on their viewing device, provide logging feature, system logs to include as a minimum system access logs, video stream access logs, configuration change logs, video archive, download logs, and archive video playback over a data link with a throughput of 8 kilobytes per second and 2,000 kilobytes per second. Ito, wala talaga silang.
Hindi rin sir indicated dun sa brochure.
Wala sa brochure, and the argument is?
And they argue that that a brochure for evidence management and live viewing workstation is not required required to be submitted under the terms of reference.
However,
item 7 of the terms of reference specifically required brochures for body-worn cameras, docking station, dock controller, RIFD card system, and server and workstation should be submitted during the opening of bids.
May iba pang workstation. Ito lang. So ito yung workstation. So we expressly required, contrary to the allegation, that a brochure must be submitted with regards to this aspect. And they admittedly did not submit a brochure. Their only argument is, hindi naman kailangan. Dapat. Okay? And the last argument, and the last ground is the dock controller, which states that it should be supplied with a network cable and universal power adapter. Once again, this was stated as a feature, and it was thus treated as a feature by the technical working group. Hence, hinanap nila sa brochure. And wala. Same argument as the initial adapter. Okay. So all of this will fall under, yung sasagot dapat nito is yung unconditional statement of compliance na sinasabi nila. And what you mentioned kanina with regards the fact being self-serving is applicable to the later aspects.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? Joe, and
Attorney Mark, yun lang yung last statement lang. There is no merit in the allegation of contact point that a brochure for the evidence, etc., should be submitted during the opening of bids. So when it should be submitted based on their argument?
It's immaterial because it, as read by Attorney Mitch, it is expressly stated that a brochure must be submitted during the opening.
Noted. So can we move?
And do you want to vote individually or with regards all the grounds as one?
All the grounds as one.
All the grounds as one, it's immaterial na isa-isahin. Wala kayong particular aspect.
Yes.
None, sir.
Okay. Technical working group, what is your recommendation?
In view of the foregoing, Mr. Chair, the TWG recommends the denial of the request for the consideration filed by Contact Point Incorporated.
Okay, thank you. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the recommendation of the TWG to deny the request for reconsideration of Contact Point Incorporated.
Yes, we move and second to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group. So in position there too.
Mr. Chair.
There being none, the request for consideration filed by Contact Point Incorporated is hereby denied. I believe there should also be a recommendation. Yeah, okay. It's hereby denied. Secretary will instruct to prepare the necessary communication to Contact Point Incorporated. I believe we should resolve the issue with regards the next bidder where they be conducted for.
Based on the bid evaluation conducted by the TWG, we recommend that Boston Home Incorporated be declared as a single calculated bidder and that post-qualification be conducted on the bidder, on the said bidder.
Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the recommendation of the TWG with regard to the Boston, sorry, I forgot, Boston. The other bidder, Mr. Chair.
Do I hear a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group. There is position there too.
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, Boston Homes Incorporated. Is that correct? As its calculated bid price is hereby declared as the lowest calculated bidder. Technical working group is hereby instructed to proceed with the post-qualification of the said bidder. Madam Secretary, anything else?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Wala nang next meeting ah.
Ay-
Wala nang